y'all got to quit thinking being in the streets is giving y'all some bragging rights, because let me tell you something. It ain't nothing to brag about when everything that you got, it ain't in your name. It's in a family member name or some woman name. It is nothing to brag about when the girl that you messing with that you think is bad, if you go to jail, guess what? She gonna go right to the next dude who doing the exact same thing that you were doing. It is nothing to brag about when you got a pocket full of money, but you ain't got no checkings account. You ain't got no savings account. You don't even know how to build your credit. It is nothing to brag about when something as simple as an application, you need a woman to fill it out for you. It is nothing to brag about if every time you get in your car, there's a potential that you going to jail because you riding with something illegal. It is nothing to brag about if you don't have life insurance, which means if something happened to you, your family's scraping up money to bury you. And then the kids that you have, you ain't leaving them nothing behind, because guess what? If you ain't got no life insurance, that equals you don't have no beneficiary, which means you not leaving nothing behind. It is nothing to brag about if you got a closet full of Jordans, closet full of clothes, closet full of belts, but you ain't got no wisdom, you ain't got no guidance, you ain't giving your kids in the community no instruction. That is nothing to brag about. It is nothing to brag about that you done been to jail, that you carry guns. It ain't nothing to brag about that you selling drugs. It ain't nothing to brag about popping pills, drinking. That is nothing to brag about. It ain't nothing to brag about that every weekend that you go out that you lit. That is nothing to brag about. Y'all need to get that through your head, because let me tell you something. All this music you listening to, all these entertainers, they want y'all to believe that that's the life. Let me tell you something. I went to the penitentiary and done 10 years. I had dedicated my entire life to the streets. And then once I sit in that cell and I got to thinking about some things, I said, you know what? That was smoke and mirrors. I said, that was all an illusion. That was all a trap. They had me fooled. You know what I'm saying? I really played into that. I really was believing that street life was something. They really had me believing that made me somebody. And then I realized, hold on. I had a child when I was 14, 15 years old. She finna be 14 years old by the time I get out of penitentiary. A whole nother man had to raise her. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to see my granny passed away when I was in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? All these memories that I said, man, these folks done about tricked me out of my life. Quit thinking that the street life is something to brag about. Go watch these stories on my YouTube. They gonna let you know the streets ain't what it is. The gang life ain't what it is. Your homeboys, they really ain't your homeboys. If your mama done said that boy ain't your friend, you better believe her. Link in the bio. Go get the book.